This is Ray with School of Racing Graphics. In this video, I'm going to just quickly go through some updates I made to the East Coast modified template. Won't be a very long video. This is going to really speed up your design times quite a bit. I've done quite a few of these templates now. The dirt modified template, the asphalt late model template, I've updated them so that they auto update in Adobe Illustrator. So you're not every time you're making changes or adding a design, you don't have to pick through the layers. You don't have to create clipping masks. In some cases, you don't even have to adjust for rake. You're designing more for the print end. And the presentation template is automatically updating for you so that you're not having to slide things in and out. So I'll just get started and show you exactly what I mean. So we got the body panels file here, and you'll see there's a bunch of notes on it, and it's just kind of explaining what is going on with this template or these panels, and then what's going on with the presentation template. Now, I do want to say, if you've already bought this template, this update's completely free. You don't need to buy it again. You don't need to hit me up or anything like that. Just go to your account center at schoolofracinggraphics.com, my account, go to your downloads, and just download it. I'm going to have it in there later today, so it's not in there yet, but I'll put it on Facebook that it's that I've posted it. So with that being said, what I like about this most is not having to adjust for rake and being more ready for print than if you're adjusting for your template. So you're thinking like 3 degrees of rake on the top of the door. If you don't know what I mean by rake, I'm just saying like how many degrees of an angle are at the top of the door. And so in this instance, we have these doors, and these are at 25% of a general East Coast modified. So you'll grab all this and multiply it by 4. It says that right here in the notes, tells you exactly how to do it. And then that's how you'll bring your files to print. So all we're going to do is just design everything on this particular file. And every time we hit save, we're going to go over to our presentation template, and you're going to see the presentation template will automatically update. There's also some other little kind of eggs or Easter eggs in the presentation template. I'll work through those and show you those as well. So just to show you really quick how it works, I'm just going to update this panel to orange. I'm going to hit save, and you do got to think of it a little bit like a design software, in a sense that it has to be able to work through the changes that you made. So it's like an updating software almost, in a way. It is just a template in Adobe Illustrator, but you do got to give it time to like catch up to the changes you made. It's not like 1 second you hit save, the next second it's updated. And the more complicated your design is, it could take 2 or 3, sometimes 5, 6 seconds for the template to update. So just so you know that that's normal. So you can see I turned that body panel orange. Now over here, that body panel is orange. And so if I want to just begin to design or add some generic design elements, so I'm just going to add a number to this really quick. And we'll go with a trustworthy font, Tico. Oop. And Tico is one of my branding fonts. So if you go to my website, you'll see like that font is used everywhere. People ask me like where it is and where can I get it and how can I use it. It's a free font. You can find it on Google Fonts, but it's just called Tico. You can just Google that. And I'm just going to do the trusty 25 degrees. And we'll turn it white. So you can see a lot of times with presentation templates, they're already sitting angled at 3 degrees. But in this way, we can put our sponsor on, we can put our numbers on, and we're not angling anything. And then when I hit save, the template's automatically doing the work for me. So I'm going to go ahead and click update, give it a second. And there you go. So it's already automatically adjusting. Obviously, that's super sloppy. I'm not trying to do anything super impressive right now. So I do have one design that I've already created, and I can just show you how easy this is. So I'm going to go over to my project folder, and this is what you'll see when you download the update. You're going to see the Adobe Illustrator Auto Update template. That's the one you want to use. So I have this one in here that we're just working on, and then I put this one in here, which is one that I've completed. And so I'm just going to change, with the file open, I'm just going to change that, and I'm going to put a little squiggly in front of it. And that's going to break the link to that file. And I'm just going to delete the one off of this one. And then it's probably going to ask me, do you want to update? Would you like to update them now? I'm going to say no. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to do it in this canvas. This is one thing you need to be aware of in Adobe Illustrator, is when you if you do this and you're on the wrong canvas, it might make you update for every single link in the file, which there's a lot of them. So, but if you do it on the canvas, you only have to hit yes one time. And so we're going to hit yes. And it's going to take a second because there's quite a bit in that design for the update. There we go. And there we go. So now you can see the entire design is added in. And now anytime I want to make changes to it, I just can go and change the color. Here it's automatically updating. So I'm basically always working in my print file closer to being ready to print than having to do everything twice. I don't like having to do everything twice. So you can see here, when I hit save, again, we're going to go ahead. It's going to take a second here. Ooh, I have the wrong file open. That's my problem right there. I'm going to close that, go back. All right, there we go. And I'm going to hit turn that green just for demonstration purposes. And then I'm going to show you a couple little secrets that are in the template itself. Again, you just got to give it a second. And depending on your computer, it'll update faster or slower. My computer's starting to age out. I kind of have an older one. I need to probably update my computer so it runs faster. But you can see everything just updates automatically. So I'll go back, undo that because it looks horrific. And hit yes again. And so even everything on the template, like some of the stuff is still just for presentation, like I have the engine builder on the side of the hood scoop, and it's in the print file, but you can see part of it's cut off, but it would be cut off because it would be behind that door, that kind of thing. So I've just kind of estimated for all of that. All right, so in the template, we want to change, let's say we want to change from American Racer because I don't know that they're quite as popular. So we have in the links folder, you're going to see everything that's linked. All the body panels are right there. So I'm going to go here and I just want to go to tire labels. I don't need to open all of them because they're all the same file. It's just how many times they're linked. And then I want to edit that one. So I'm just going to bring the Hoosier in and I'm going to line that up over American Racer. And I'm going to hide the American Racer, hit save, see there, move over to the template, and you can see it's already saying, oh, you're updating this. So see how it's yellow. Now, the way I speed that up is I just go into a different program and then come back and it gives me this dialog box and I can click yes. It's just kind of like an Illustrator, like, I don't know if it's a bug or a problem, but it just updates faster if you go out of the program and come right back in. So I just hit Command Tab in order to do that. So now we have the Hoosiers, and I did spin them so they're not just straight up and down on every single tire. They're at different angles. And then the next thing is going to be, I actually made it so you can update the helmet, and this is just for fun. I just like, if you're not having fun when you're designing, I don't know what you're doing. We're designing race cars here. This should be super fun. You should be enjoying yourself. And if you're not, you need to reevaluate your priorities. All right, so I'm going to open up the helmet, and you can see I'm just going to add some kind of generic graphic here. I don't know if I could have made an uglier graphic. It's pretty rough. All right. Yeah, and I'm struggling on the struggle bus here. There we go. All right, hit save. Come over here. There you see it updates on the helmet. So you can even have the helmet update to match your driver's helmet. I will tell you this, that really important. I'm going to release a course on this, on how to get approvals quicker. You need to customize your stuff. Templates are really, really important because they sell your design. So I see a lot of guys out there, and I'm not saying this even so that you go buy my template, but just you need to have a template. And of course I want you to buy mine, but you need to have a template because it actually contextualizes the design. You as a creative person, you're able to contextualize it if it's laying flat on a screen or if it's in a template. but your driver or whoever you're working for, they don't have that same creative ability. So you got to recognize, you got to show them exactly what it is that you want them to see in the most flattering way that you want them to see it. And that's what sells it. A lot of times I think changes come back on proofs because the person looking at it doesn't know how to contextualize it. So you got to put it in a nice looking template. And then you want to show the things that are unique to that driver, like the helmet, like putting the name on the car. Sometimes even it like help. It's like a selling point. It's like that's unique to that specific client and driver. Okay, I'm going to show you just a couple more things in this template, and then that will be done. So the plastic, the roll cage, all the stuff can be updated really easily. I eliminated the need to have to go through and pick through the template. And you can customize this in this way. You don't have to keep the layout the same as mine. Just make sure you grab all the pieces to one side. You can rotate the top view. You can do all that. So you can still modify it all to make it unique to your design company. Just so you know, in the past, they were a little bit more locked in, and I've separated them all out. Okay, so plastic. So we got this plastic here. You can see it's a little bit of an off red. I didn't quite make it match the orange, but I have all the swatches here. This is Adobe Illustrator specific. Again, it's really important. The swatches here are all named, so you don't have to go through here and find the roll cage pieces and pick them or pick them and then try to change the color of each individual piece. You're just going to find roll cage swatch in here, double click it, and then turn it into the color you want it to be. And it'll go through the entire template and it will change the colors. Okay, so I'm going to click OK. I turned it orange, and I could do the same exact thing with the rear bumper. I could do the same thing with the front bumper, and I could do the same thing with the sidebars. So you can see those swatches are here. Now, if you have a color that all of them are all the same color, still leave your swatches separate. Don't combine it and get them all so that they're operating on one, because you might want to come back and customize later. So you could just hold down the Option or Alt key and then pick the color you want and then drag it over the other swatch. And now you can see the front bumper has changed to orange. And now the sidebars are orange all across the template. And then also we're going to do the rear bumper there. And so we could do the same exact thing with the plastic. You see the plastic here, we got the plastic skirt, and then we have the plastic hood scoop. Now the plastic hood scoop is probably going to inherit whatever color it was changed to inside of our body panels file. But if you got rid of this, it would be transparent. So I can actually hide this with Command 3, hit save, come back here, and you'll see it'll be the body panel color underneath. Okay, so give it a second. Okay, so now you see it's the red color, which is what the swatch is, because that's what's underneath the file that's being masked in. So if you want to be able to change that here, you just remove it there, and then you can make it whatever color you want. Actually, we'll just turn it blue. But you can see it's changing in real time as I change it. And notice the one on the bottom and the one on the top are not changing. And that's because the file is being brought in, the linked file. So you would have to go in there, remove those, and then it would show up here. So you could change it on the body panels file or remove them from there and change them here. Okay. And let's see, I think there was one more thing. Oh yeah, plastic skirt. So we could do the same thing with the skirt. We got a skirt on the left rear, right rear, and the right side. So we could change that to black just by, dragging and dropping a black swatch over to it. And again, you don't have to pick through anything. And now I can just knock out my design. The customer wants to make changes. I just come in here, make the changes that need to be made, and then come over here, update it, and export out a JPEG, and my proof is ready and set to go. And you can also, I don't recommend doing this just because of how much load time there is on the file. You can set up multiple artboards, so you can create a whole nother artboard and it's linked to a whole nother artboard. But honestly, I would just create a new project folder if there was going to be changes, or at least create multiple body panel files and link between, go through if they want changes, but one of the changes is so severe, you don't want to change your original, you want to save it. Just make another file for the body panel and then rename it. And it's going to ask you to relink, and you're going to relink to the new one. And that would be the easiest route to go. So if you have any questions, you can hit me up. You can hit me up, honestly, on my personal Facebook page. I don't mind answering questions there, but you can hit me up on the support page. There's also a live chat on the website. That's always me. That's not a bot, unless it's after hours. So I'm always the one answering the questions. And I would be glad to hear from you. So give me any feedback you want, any questions you have. I'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching.